Okay, so today we're diving deep into something pretty fascinating.
Yeah, this should be a good one.
It's all the way over in Rwanda, and honestly, it's something I think a lot of people are talking about.
It's definitely been making headlines.
You know those massive sponsorship deals they've been inking?
Oh yeah, the ones with like Arsenal and
Yeah, exactly.
there's Saint-Germain.
Huge football clubs.
Like that's major.
It's really interesting to see how they're trying to leverage that
Right.
into making Rwanda like a global player.
It's not just about sports either. It's
Not at all.
economic too.
Yeah, we dug into this really thought-provoking opinion piece by Claire Akamanzi.
She's a big deal over there, right?
Yeah, she's a top official in the Rwandan government,
Okay.
and she's, like, fiercely defending this whole strategy.
Makes sense.
But here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
There are definitely some skeptical voices out there, too.
Oh, really? Like who?
Well, we got some insights from a foreign diplomat
Okay.
who's not entirely sold on whether this approach is actually going to deliver.
Interesting.
And to make things even spicier,
Oh, there's more.
a Rwandan MP basically called out anyone who's questioning their plan.
Wow, so you've got like a real clash of opinions here.
Totally, it's like this fascinating tug of war between different perspectives.
Okay, so let's break this down a bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
What exactly is the Rwandan government's vision with all of this?
Okay, so from what I gathered, they're basically trying to change the whole narrative about Rwanda.
Oh, I see.
They want to move past those outdated stereotypes
Right.
and be seen as this innovative and like really dynamic nation.
So a total rebrand.
Exactly.
Interesting.
They're picturing Rwanda becoming like the hot tourist destination.
Makes sense.
You know, drawing in tons of visitors, all those tourist dollars,
Yeah.
and ultimately giving their whole economy a major boost.
Smart.
So basically, they're hoping these sponsorships act like this massive global ad campaign.
Right, put Rwanda on everyone's map.
Exactly. And it's not just talk either. President Kagame himself has actually come out and said that these deals have already brought in a return 10 times their initial investment.
Whoa, 10 times.
Yeah. It's a pretty bold statement.
That's huge.
So they're really putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, and like silencing the critics who say it's a waste.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, like we were saying before, not everyone is totally convinced.
Right. The skeptics.
Yeah, so this foreign diplomat we mentioned earlier, they expressed some serious doubts about whether these benefits are actually going to stick around long term.
Oh, so they're thinking short-term gain maybe, but long-term, who knows?
Right. And get this, they insisted on remaining anonymous.
That's kind of suspicious.
I know, right? Makes you wonder what kind of pressure they might be under.
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
Not really.
Interesting.
But it seems like Rwanda is ready to fight back against any of that negativity.
Oh, yeah, they definitely don't seem like the type to back down.
That Akamanzi piece we talked about is a perfect example.
Oh, yeah, how so?
She's very straight-talking. You know, she literally says, we will not be bullied into ceding our place at the table.
Oh, wow.
It's a really strong statement
Yeah.
about how determined they are to, like, forge their own path.
I mean, good for them.
It's pretty inspiring, actually.
Yeah, I could see that.
And you know that Rwandan MP we mentioned?
Uh-huh, the one who called out the critics?
Yeah, he was totally echoing that same sentiment.
I bet.
He didn't hold back at all.
What'd he say?
He called the critics ignorant
Yeah.
and accused them of basically ignoring all of Rwanda's struggles and achievements.
So, like, they're saying, you weren't there for us then, so don't judge us now.
Basically.
Wow!
It's like two completely different ways of looking at Rwanda's future.
It is.
On one side, you've got Rwanda charging ahead with this really ambitious vision.
Right.
And on the other, you've got people who are questioning how effective and sustainable it really is.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you think about this bigger question, you know?
What's that?
Like, can these strategic investments in things like sports and tourism actually be the key to unlocking rapid economic growth for developing nations?
Yeah.
Or are there other ways that are more effective?
Right.
And maybe even more sustainable in the long run?
That's a really important question.
It's complicated, too.
Yeah, it's not a simple answer.
No.
So what are some of the key takeaways we can glean from all of this?
Well, I think that this deep dive has shown us that Rwanda is going all in on this strategy.
Yeah.
Using these high-profile sponsorships to kind of reshape their image and really boost their economy.
It's a big gamble.
It is.
But they're facing the criticism head on.
Yeah, they're not afraid to stand up for themselves.
With a really powerful message about self-determination.
Right, it's like they're saying we're in control of our own destiny.
Exactly.
Powerful stuff.
And it leaves us with a lot to ponder.
For sure.
Like, what does sustainable development actually look like for a country like Rwanda?
Yeah.
And what roles should the international community play in that process?
It's a complex issue.
It really is.
There's no easy answers.
Nope.
But just understanding these different perspectives,
Yeah.
it's a good place to start.
I think so too.
It's a step in the right direction.
Definitely.